So our next expert has really been diving in on a lot of the challenges that we've been dealing with, which you deal with some of the most important stuff, which is the data on there. So let's dive in a little bit. So before we go in deep, you mind giving me a little bit of background of who you are and the role that you play within the organization?
Sure, yeah. So I am Sophia Vitello. I'm the data and project analyst for the Leading by Example division at the Department of Energy Resources. So I manage all of the state energy emissions, fleet, other sustainability project data, and track that progress towards some executive order targets that we have. So it's kind of my main role, along with grant management and other things.
That's amazing. So I know that data plays a major role and it helps us form a lot of really informed decisions around these projects. What is it that the team's doing to really help make this easier so that you guys can help the public make informed decisions?
Yeah, so I will note, so LBE, so our Leading by Example division, we don't work directly with the public.
Okay.
We support state entities that then obviously service the public.
Excellent. Okay.
And so, while we don't directly manage public-facing programs, we do use data in our day-to-day to identify the potential environmental and fiscal benefits of clean energy and other sustainability decarbonization projects at state facilities, and really understand the impacts, but also help create kind of an informed, as these projects are developing, the data to inform what makes most sense for these projects, whether they be building decarbonization, fleet electrification, fleet EV charging installation, et cetera.
What kind of trends are you kind of seeing in the clean energy transportation segment?
Yeah, I mean, I think for that one, I might actually refer it to my colleagues at the Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs. They're really tracking at a high level all of the different policies and programs, and they really oversee that, especially in relation to the Clean Energy and Climate Plan, which guides a lot of the work that the state as a whole does. So looking at building decarbonization, electric vehicles on the road, all of that. So really trying to hit those targets.
Okay. Now, when we're looking at how do you measure whether the state programs and investments are actually delivering meaningful results to the communities? How do you do that?
Yeah, so we track, through grant funding and then also just other projects at state sites that we're made aware of, we track both the energy and the emissions reduction savings as well as the cost savings of a lot of these projects to understand really if, again, they're achieving what they were expected to. A lot of these things, there was a design and they were expected to meet X reduction. So being able to track that, but also seeing the more general impact that they're having, as well as those cost savings, with affordability being a very important priority for us. So it's nice to be able to see, what are the energy savings and emission savings, so the environmental piece, but also the fiscal piece as well.
Absolutely. Now, a big concern that people have is right around transparency.
Yeah.
On there. So what are you seeing as far as transparency and public reporting? How does that play into building trust?
Sure. So I think more generally, the role of LBE, so our Leading by Example division, again, we really work with the state government entities. And so I think having state government take this leading role and really implementing many of the clean energy priorities and projects that the state as a whole, both in the climate plan and legislation, in the governor's agenda, all of that is really important to convincing other sectors to follow suit, and also really reinforcing that these are priorities and we take them seriously. And it really demonstrates the state's commitment to these priorities and these goals. And this area of obviously climate, sustainability, energy and emissions reductions.
Absolutely.
Doing this work across so many large entities with wide-ranging operations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, the final question that I have for you is, we have a lot of students and a lot of young professionals that are interested in sustainability, energy, public service.
Yeah.
And of course, the skills and experiences, that they're looking to develop. What would you recommend for them that are looking to get into these trades?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's so many different things you can do, and it requires a lot of different players. So there's going to be more the technical side, the soft skill side, the policy side, the economic side. So it's really kind of where you might want to focus, or think your strengths are. I think in general, I'm biased, but I think in general, the data analysis is very important. Data drives a lot of the work that we do.
Absolutely.
Especially on the state side, we want to make really, as you were saying, informed decisions. Policy and program development, often you're going to have a toe in that, a role in that, whether it's through grants or policies or other things. And then also stakeholder engagement is a key area to kind of develop those soft skills in, and understanding the importance of stakeholder engagement and really the ability to be flexible in your communication methods. There are a lot
Absolutely.
of different players in this. So it's a lot of different things to consider. And so understanding who those players are and really being able to engage them.
I actually agree with that. And this is a huge opportunity for anyone that's in college currently, or you're looking to get into the clean energy space. This is a growing market. And in the next 5, 10, 15 years, there's going to be incredible opportunities that are going to open up. So the more experience and the more you can get involved in these initiatives, the better position you're going to be successful long term. So I really appreciate the time that you took, kind of answering these questions and kind of giving the community a little bit more kind of like behind the scenes of what actually happens at these events and really what conversations we're actually having. So thank you so much. I wish you the best of luck, and it's always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you.